Many of us are thinking about our New Year's resolutions or our goals and ways to set ourselves up for success this year. Here are a few key things that you can do to create some actionable goals for 2023. First, you need to get clear on your goals. We're talking get specific. We don't want to hear the boring old, I'm gonna exercise more this year. Instead, set a more specific goal like I am going to practice mindful movement for 20 minutes 3 times a week. This ultimately is the same thing as exercising more. This way it's easier to track the goal and also to stay motivated as you move along throughout the year. The next thing you need to do is make a plan. Get you one of these, it's not that hard. Go to Target, go to Home Goods, whatever you gotta do. Get a bullet journal from Michael's Arts and Crafts store and get to planning. What you want to do is break your goals down into smaller, more manageable steps that you can take, and also create a timeline for achieving each step. So for example, I wrote a list of 5 goals that I want to achieve for the new year, and in doing so, I broke them down quarterly so I don't feel overwhelmed at the thought of achieving all these new goals in 12 months. Just like everyone else, I want to exercise more. I'm getting older, we're not getting younger, we have to move our bodies. So in order to do that, I'm going to break it down into a quarterly goal. And let's say for the month of January, I'm gonna focus on going on more walks every Saturday morning, or doing 10 minutes of yoga 3 times a week for the entire month of January. Then for the next month, I can focus on starting a new physical hobby, something that'll put me outdoors more often. Again, this still falls under the umbrella of the main goal, which is to exercise more. This is important because creating a more actionable plan will not only make the goals feel less overwhelming, they'll feel more achievable, and it'll just help you stay on track. Another key to success is to build a support system. Now, I myself have tried this a couple of years ago. One of my aunts and I actually made each other an accountability partner to each other. We sat down, we wrote out our goals, and then we met up every 2 weeks, which turned into like at least monthly, just to go over our goals, talk about what we achieved for that 2-week period or that monthly period, and how we're going to do better the next time, or how we can, or pretty much just to give ourselves a pat on the back and to make sure that we're actually doing what we set out to do for the new year. So essentially this was great for me because it was a way for me to surround myself with someone else who would encourage and motivate me to keep going along and keep you on track. Don't be too hard on yourself. As you can see, I still struggle with that myself, because just saying it out loud is like, I needed to hear this. Not only just for you guys, but this was a great tip for myself as well, because I just needed to hear this. You are gonna face the occasional setback on your goals, on your plan to achieve these goals in the new year, and that's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be not as far along as you thought you would be. It's just important to stay the course and keep on being motivated. Do whatever it takes to keep yourself motivated, whether it be watching a motivational video about how to continue to achieve these goals, or maybe you need to go back and regroup and see, okay, how can I make this goal of mine less daunting and more manageable? The secret to having a successful new year is just building or creating new habits. That's all it is. You're just taking your goals and breaking them down into habits that you can track and implement on the daily, on the weekly, on the monthly, until you finally reach that milestone of essentially changing your life. If you want to hear me talk more on financial planning and goals, then be sure to hit the subscribe button.